Wee. So, okay, my people, this is a story I've been hearing. If you're tuning into the weather reports and other major news reports here in the United States. So we know that on the 26th, there was a huge storm across a big part of the United States of America. We know that part of this storm hit Buffalo, New York in a very tough way. And I am reaching out regarding Buffalo, New York, because Buffalo is a special place for us. University at Buffalo is where my twin daughters received their bachelor's degrees in business administration and accounting. And so we have had the experiences with those huge storms that would hit Buffalo, 25 inches of snow from time to time while they were there. But this storm hit in a hard way, and right now the death toll has reached 37, and I'm sure there will be more when it's all over, when it warms up and they get to do the final counts. So a lot of people were left stranded on that day because, you know what, many people were out and about, and now they're admitting that officials are admitting that they didn't give warnings early enough for people to get off the roads. So you can just imagine people are out and about trying to pick up their checks for the holidays, and then not understanding that things would have gotten so badly so quickly. They got stranded on the road. Some had to abandon their vehicles, and some who actually died, they were just outside and got caught in it because it was a blizzard condition. There were winds of up to 79 miles per hour, they reported. So just imagine snow with that kind of wind. The wind makes the temperature colder. So just imagine all of that going on. You can't see where you're going anymore. It is so cold. Everything just became harsh. Now there was so much power outages, and because Buffalo is one of the country's poorest cities, one can just imagine, people, that there are many deficiencies. Just think of public housing doesn't have what it needs. Just think of the low incomes, and so it provides insufficient resources, and all of that just add to more devastation. So imagine being cold with little food, few blankets to keep warm, no electricity. Just imagine. Cannot be a good feeling. And when you have young children, or you have people who are dependent on different medical instruments, medical machines to keep them going. No electricity. It is so cold. Food, water. Just think, people. So you think of, you're in the islands and you have the tropical climates, and you know, you have the hurricanes. So you have the hurricanes, and here we have the snowstorms. And you can just imagine when you feel trapped, when you feel like, the good thing is that you might have not had the cold, so even though your place is surrounded with water, or might have a down tree, or, you know, you can still move about, you can still feel okay. But just think of trees falling down, the very low temperatures, there's no heat, no electricity. Just think of how harsh that can be. So my people, you know, I said every time, sometimes we complain, and sometimes we just complain. But sometimes when you look at the bigger picture, people, you know, we just need to give thanks where we are. Right now they're saying that the climate changes are making weather patterns quite interesting. They're becoming more extreme. And so that it is a huge contributor of the events that we're now experiencing. Sometimes you hear them saying, oh, it's been 80 years since we have seen this. It's been 100 years since this has happened. But things are changing. The weather patterns are more extreme, and we can only make sure that as we go forth, that we take care of each other, that we do the things that we need to do, listen and follow directions when they're given. Sometimes some of us feel like, oh, I'm used to this, I'm just running over there to come right back. They're telling you, keep off the roads. They mean it. When people have the experiences and they explain to us, or they admonish us, and they say, stay off the roads, get your flashlights ready, charge up your phones, make sure you have some food and water as much as you can. Get foods that are not perishable, foods that can last without a refrigerator. When they tell you these things, don't take them lightly, but make sure that you're following so that you can be in a better place when and if it comes. My grandmother always say, it's better for us to say here it is than to ask where it is. So when you're admonished, when you are given these directives, when the people who know what they're doing, when they reach out and they're sending text messages, they're sending emails, they're putting it over the airwaves, we need to take heed, people, and because they know more than we do. So again, for everyone, please stay warm, please stay safe, please listen. You're going out in your cars, make sure you have your little kiddie litter, make sure you have your blankets, make sure you have a flashlight, make sure you have some water, make sure you have some snacks in a container that won't get wet. Make sure you have those things, so just in case they become an emergency like this big one that happened here in Buffalo, that you can be safe. That's a lot of snow. And keep in mind, people, that this video, this picture that you're looking at, it's not a video, it's a still picture that people are still digging out. People, it's not clear yet. They're not in the all clear. They're still digging out from under these many feet of snow. And they said it was hard to measure because of the wind, and so the wind was just creating cyclones where, you know, it would take the snow from one end and bank it up on another end. So with situations like this, it's harder to measure. Unlike when snow steadily falls and you can stick a ruler and say, yes, 10 inches, 12 inches. So I say to us, let's go forth in faith, let's go forth with and being prepared, for we never know that these changes in the climate, what and how much and where it will happen. Many airports are still, Southwest canceled a lot of flights yesterday. A lot of flights were canceled. There's a lot of chaos going on. And so this was all because of this storm, they call him Elliot, that created devastation across